All right. Well, if we're ready to go, I'll give a quick synopsis of the last session, and then we'll jump back into where we left off. Last time, you guys started your day having spent the night at the uh, former Drakenheim barracks. Now the uh, temporary barracks and fortitude for the Hooded Lanterns, kind of the organization that has taken over the mantle of the former Royal Guard of Drakenheim. You took breakfast with some of the Hooded Lanterns, particularly Petra and Ansem Lang, the two co-lieutenant commanders of the Hooded Lanterns. And they shared some concerns with you and also discussed some of the reasoning behind you all being in that part of the city. They also imparted some potential work in the future with you all, having seen that you have a level of competency with fighting as well as accomplishing more dangerous tasks within the city after saving Petra from the Rattling Burrow below the former Rat's Nest Tavern. You left after receiving some mason's tools and some help from them. They were unable to provide a whole lot at this moment in time, given their limited supplies, but they did provide... Did I not change that? Wow.
No, that's why I put it there. I don't want to interrupt you. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I'll change it here in a minute. But after that, you made your way back to Emberwood Village, managing to steer clear of any dangers, particularly the trolls of the Garmir that are in and around Temple Gate, able to use the information provided to you by Petra and Ansem. You also managed to find a former alchemist or magic or some sort of apothecary where you picked up on a small scroll, and you found a relatively usable scroll of invisibility sitting among the wreckage of one of the shops that had been looted or destroyed by the calamity. After which you arrived back in Emberwood Village and somewhat split up as three of you proceeded to head towards Buckledown Row, using, again, the information provided to you by the Hooded Lanterns to avoid some of the dangers of the city. Tim, you remained and had a conversation with River of the Amethyst Academy. She paid you for acquiring the crystal as part of the chunk. You all managed to break it free from the larger chunk of meteor. Also, she helped you in mostly identifying the metal of the meteorite. It having, although being extraterrestrial, have similar properties to adamantium or adamantine here in the terrestrial world that Westamar exists in. In addition, she tasked him with an additional venture to acquire some research from a defunct mage of the Amethyst Academy, an Oscar Yoren, who sounds oddly similar to the general location of a potions vendor that had been working with the Amethyst Academy as well, in the same general area. But at this point, you are not certain if they are one and the same. Meanwhile, the Scrawlneck, Cedric, Giorgio, you headed up to Buckledown Row, where you paid homage to the Queen for Blackjack Mill's instruction at the wishing well in the northeast corner of the city, or that part of the city. After which you began searching for Blackjack Mel in particular, running into some rather eccentric patrons of one of the bars, narrowly avoiding potentially what could have been a bar fight. But just before we close things out, you were able to track down Blackjack Mel in one of the neighboring bars, where you guys find yourselves now. At that point, what would you all like to do? We'll go ahead and start with the main group, and then kind of branch back to Tim a bit later on.
Okay, so we're just walking in. Do we see Mel right away, right? Like, it's very obvious he's there.
Yes, upon arriving in the wall that separates you and Mel in the area in particular is just a half-height pony wall as part of the bar. So although it appears to go all the way up, it is not. It's only about maybe 4.5 foot tall bar top that is generally being used to serve drinks or just to hold drinks while people...
just a little partition divider, yeah.
Right. A half pony wall, if you will. So you can very easily see him sitting discussing with another individual across from him at one of the other makeshift tables in this bar.
So when we come in, if I can recognize him right away, I want to shout just from across the bar. I'll just be like, Mel, hey, we finally made it. How you doing? Interrupting whatever conversation he's having, not imposing, but just shouting at him, getting his attention at least.
Just one moment. All right. There we go. Upon your entry into the bar, either from the front or the side entrance, you see Blackjack Mel, and then he doesn't initially respond to your greeting of him, but after a few moments, his drinking companion taps him on the shoulder and gives him a slight gesture and points him in your general direction, Giorgio, to which he spins around on his bar stool. Hey, look who made it. It's good to see ya. What brings you the buckle down row, my friend?
I don't know if you remember when we last talked, but we were trying to come in here and get some fighting going on in the pits. We found the well. We paid tribute to the Queen of Thieves. I know you talked about covering half of it, so if we could get that back, that'd be great.
Right. So I'll be covering the entry fee, as we agreed. We'll call this a temporary management position, if you will.
Okay.
There's a couple fights happening tonight, a couple openings, a couple people may or may not have survived last week's event. So there's a couple openings for yous.
I think it's really just Scrawlneck that's going to be pointing out gesture over to him. Who looks like he's still across the bar. Just Scrawlneck fighting tonight, but if we get a little excited about it, we may jump in as well.
Well, see, therein lies the problem. One of the main rules of the pits is, if it's your first night at the pits, you gotta participate.
Well, then we got it.
Now, if you're down for that, I can make it happen. There's an opening for, quite fortuitously, there's an opening for 3 people.
Oh, so we're fighting as a group.
you can fight as a group, or there's a tag team. It's up to the two groups who are going head to head how they want to go about it. But it's ultimately your choice at the time of the event. But you can fight as a group, or you can fight as a tag team event. It's your choice.
So out of character stopper tag team,
right.
Do you mean like a wrestling tag team, like 1-on-1, and you can come in and tag your buddy in? And
right,
jump?
right, exactly. WWE style, where one person has to be completely out of the ring while the other one. Mechanics wise, yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be cool. That's interesting. Okay, back in character. Awesome. That sounds great. What time? I mean, do we have watches and stuff? I can't remember if we have time.
You can give me a survival check. It's hard to tell with the current weather what the time of day is.
9, and I think survival is pretty good. No, survival's 2, so 11.
11?
Yeah,
you
11.
could say roughly with that roll, it's about early to mid-afternoon.
Okay, yeah, we got here pretty fast, so.
Right.
The fights are going to be tonight. So in character, I'm asking, knowing it's early afternoon, I'm going to in character ask him. So about how long until the fights are?
The first round start just before dusk. That'll be the intermediary events. Now, you wouldn't be a card carrying match. Those are usually reserved for multi-time, multi-successful groups. But should you impress the crowd and, more significant individuals, you might even be able to climb into some more interesting encounters. And if you really impress some peoples, rumor has it, and he kind of air quotes for you, rumor has it that there's some some more official pits reserved specifically for higher ranking members within the organization. But you didn't hear that from me.
You got it, boss.
I like your style. Anyway, that being said, if you want, we can have a couple drinks, shoot the shit, and head down when things are ripe and ready for you. I can't remember the name of your adversaries for the evening, but yeah, you've seen some shit. You'll be good.
Oh my god.
It's up to y'all. You can hang around here, and we can head over as a group, or you can meet me at the designated location. It's up to you.
I'll go talk to my buddies, and we'll come up with a plan, and we'll get back to you in just a minute. So then I'll step away, go back to. Or I don't know if Cedric and Scrawlneck are standing right next to us, but let's move across the bar somewhere else to talk.
You guys should have control of your tokens.
Let's go over here. So I don't know if anybody else has anything to do. We have plenty of time, I guess, before the fight, so we can start wandering around, check out some stuff, meet some people. I'm cool with just chilling. I don't care. I'm excited to see what's going on in the pits. Maybe figure out what if we can find some sort of way to gain stature and just figure out what else is going on in the back rooms. But
did we actually get the payment back from him?
Not yet, but we got to go once we tell him what we're gonna do. I'm sure before we split up, we can get it back from him or
money.
What's the say again? You cut out, I think.
Yeah, just money. I think would like that back.
Money.
Yep.
So you guys want to just hang out in the bar until it's time to go?
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't know of anything else like in this part of the city quite yet. It just seems like a lot of taverns and stuff like that.
As far as you can tell at a general glance, yes.
Yeah. So it's just whether or not we want to just wander around and learn more, or if nobody cares, because I don't really.
I mean, can we just ask Mel if he knows of any, like, of the other buildings, since we've only been to 2 of the shops, if anything, like, is interesting that we should possibly check out?
Sure, yeah. That could work. Scrawlneck, that okay with you?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll walk back over to Mel. Say, Mel. So we just talked it over, and since we got plenty of time to kill, if you have anything interesting, we'd like to walk around, check it out. We've only been in 2 different bars so far, looking for you, so we never really did any wandering around outside of that. So if you have any tips on what we could check out, anything that's interesting, also if we could get that 50 gold back from you, that would be great, and then we'll just meet you over at the pits when it's time for the fight.
Well, the money's gonna be covered. I'm covering your entry fee.
Well, we already paid the 100 gold in the well. You said you'd give us the 50 gold back for...
Right, and I'm covering your entry fee.
So when are we going to get it?
When you win. You gotta be successful.
Oh my god. This fucking guy.
Cedric, I'm looking at you.
That's fine. He wouldn't throw us just to the wolves without some sort of confidence, I would assume.
Okay. It's because I hardly had any to throw in there. I'm out of money, but I kind of knew this was going to happen. You put in the most. I'm saying this all this out of character. You put in the most, so like I know that you would be the one that would be the most concerned about getting it back. So if you're cool with it, that's kind of the look I'm giving you, right? I'm looking at you. You look back. If you're cool, then I'll let it go.
Scrawlneck not cool.
And there it is. We love it.
Easy, buddy. Hey, we'll get it back. Scrawlneck, you'll get it back. I know you'll get it back.
Yeah, as the tough man of the group, I'm sure you'll be fine here, Scrawlneck.
So then I'll turn back to Mel and say, okay, that sounds fine to us then. What do you think? Where do you think we could go, and if there's anything interesting around here then?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for, but there's a number of different groups around this area. It's whatever your flavor of the week is that will determine where you want to go. It's whatever your brand of tomfoolery is, or whatever you're looking for. These groups, if you will, they really they all have their different flavor, if you will. Some prefer to stick to the shadows and do things as necessary. Others are more boisterous and generally choose to cause problems. Others fancy more flamboyant pursuits. It's really your choice. The groups around here were they're loosely associated at best. Let's just put it that way.
I'll look at you again, Cedric. I'm not concerned about any of that. So if you have any ideas that you wanted to ask about, I'll let you start talking to him.
No, it all seems a little bit suspicious right now. Maybe we need to, if there's a lot of shadier people, get a little bit of name recognition before we possibly continue past that.
Never hurts to drum up a little excitement around yourselves. You know, you're newcomers, so people might not be so confident in you, but if you're okay with that, you might have better odds in the fighting pits. if you're looking to earn back some coin. Your choice.
Scrawlneck, what do you say?
Yeah. Whatever. I have no concern with anything that's going on here.
Rolex just waiting for a
I can
fight.
go try and find the flamboyant group and kiss some dudes or something, you know? Do a little makeout sesh, you know?
Oh my god.
Where them boys at? That's about it.
So either nothing or find some people to kiss.
Yeah.
Scrawlneck's fucking wild.
Kiss some boys for good luck in the fighting pits, you know?
Confirm chaotic neutral.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I just say we kind of hang low.
Sweet chariot.
Yeah. Just hang low a little bit and
Okay.
keep quiet, stay out of trouble before we get some people here in a little bit.
Well, there you go. So I think that's it for us for now. Stopper, we'll just take it easy. Maybe order a couple of drinks. I wouldn't, or knowing that we have to fight soon. But maybe. I mean, is there food? Can we eat?
Yeah, Mel kind of looks at you guys and, gets the general vibe that you're gonna remain here for the time being until the events of the evening are ready to start. And can kind of see the disdain for, not quite meeting your expectations with regards to the deal that was made.
Yeah.
So he does offer to pay for some general pub grub and a few rounds of drinks for you.
Mhm.
While he generally associates with everybody in the bar, playing cards and things like that. So yeah, if you're looking for just general sustenance for the afternoon prior to the event, and a few libations, he's welcoming that exchange.
That would be very helpful as far as the mood goes. Is there anything that we could eat that would help with the encounter that presumably we'll be having soon? Or is this not is there just nothing of that caliber at this bar?
Like, what are you specifically looking for?
Huh? I don't know. Just I know that if you just temporary hit points, extra things like that, just little things. I know that sometimes you can, like, if you eat a big meal,
Not really. This is a pretty, run-down bar. It's not much above the condition that you saw in the Skull and Sword in Emberwood Village. Your general understanding, based on your passive perception and your general intelligence, your investigative mindset, you see that this area of Drakenheim seems to be just a general veneer for other things.
Yeah. Okay.
You see that there's it's kind of like the surface of a dingy pond, that there's general ripples and the occasional bubble, but there may or may not be much more going on below the surface.
Yeah.
But without
That's what I'm hoping for.
without conscious digging, you wouldn't be able to determine what. If that's the case, and you guys are you gonna generally just spend the time, just take a short rest prior to the fight pits?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. If you'd like, you can take a short rest if you need it to replenish any abilities or anything like that. And we will hop over to Tim in Emberwood Village while you all are having a few libations and a late afternoon lunch. Tim.
Oh,
Testing.
Hey,
Yeah,
you're here.
oh,
We got you.
Can you guys hear me?
we hear you.
Okay. My headphones keep going fucking buck wild right now, and I don't know why. I think the microphone's fine. It's just my headphones keep cutting out for some reason.
Yeah. You never cut out for us the whole time.
Okay, good. Tim, after your exchange with River, requiring payment for your job successful, as well as spending a bit of coin with Aldor the Immense, acquiring the Wand of the Warcaster. Also, that is an attunable item, so you would need to attune to it. Just to give you a heads up, mechanically.
That's fine.
So we'll assume, just for the sake of time, that you spend some time focusing on said item. So if you want to mark it off as I think you have to go under attunement and mark it off, otherwise its effects don't take hold in D&D Beyond, whether you equipped it or not.
Shouldn't have equipped. I believe I did.
But you have to mark it as attuned.
Yep, it has been attuned.
Okay. You spend an hour or two focusing on this item, learning its intricacies, kind of integrating with this this new arcane focus of yours, allowing its internal energies to run parallel to your own. After which, you leave the Red Lion Inn, or I'm assuming wherever you were doing this whole procedure. From there, where would you like to go?
I think I remember when I talked about it, pretty much I was gonna just I think I just was gonna chill over here, because if I recall correctly, there's really no safe way for me to get there by myself, because I'm afraid of those fucking monsters, and so I'm just gonna chill at the inn. I mean, I'm just gonna wait until they get back.
Okay. While you're at the inn, you're there for a few hours, attuning to your new acquisition from Aldor the Immense. Sitting towards the back of the Red Lion Inn. Outside, you hear kind of a scuffle, if you will. A bit of back and forth between what sounds like a female voice and a young to middle-aged man on the opposite side, generally coming out one of the lower windows that you're able to peek a glance through. You hear, generally, you catch a few words here and there. You hear, "Now, lady, you're new here, so I'll let you in on a little secret." And then there's a bit of back and forth, some uncomfortable response from the young lady, which you're unable to hear. "I can bring you back to your little flock, but I don't work for free." And you hear the woman's voice beginning to heighten in intensity, and you get this sense of fear in the voice. What do you do?
I make my way out there. I want to know what's going on. I want to see what's the dealio here.
Okay. You head out one of the opposite entrances, one of the smaller, perhaps a servant's entrance or a just a side exit to the Red Lion Inn, out into the courtyard where there's a staircase that goes kind of up in elevation towards the front of the Red Lion Inn, and you turn to your right and you catch just a brief glimpse of this.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
I don't like that. Mm-mm. Not my town. Not my town. Mm-mm.
Now what you've begun to hear makes a bit more sense. There you see a young, darker-skinned man with a shaved side of their head, as well as a long ponytail hanging off. He's got what looks like a small dagger to just outside the shoulder of this young woman, garbed in relatively modest attire, and she has a look of fear on her face. What this image doesn't show is there's also another individual standing just behind, kind of leaning against the adjacent side of the alley, staring at this young woman in this exchange with this man, and doesn't appear to be doing anything. From your quick glance, you would capture that they're probably associated with one another. What do you do?
I'll walk up. I'll be like, what's the commotion here? In my actual voice when we actually do the role play of it, but yeah, that's what I'm going to walk on up. I'm going to be like, hey, what's happening? What's going on?
Okay. You're gonna approach the situation?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Upon approaching the situation, the man directly in contact with the young woman doesn't notice you right away, but his colleague does, catching a quick glance and a side eye to you. And what do you want, friend? You got business here?
Yes, I do. It seems that you are distressing my companion over here. What is the deal here?
Your companion? You know this lady? You one of them fallen fire folks?
I do not know what you are talking about. I was hired by her to harbor her safe passage, but clearly we have an issue here.
Give me a deception check.
Copy. Oh, fuck. Okay. Here we go. 10.
I'll be honest, friend. Nah. Why would somebody as pointed as you be hanging around with these vagabonds? I don't buy it. Get lost.
It seems that we have a problem here. This is not an option for you. I will not be leaving unless my companion comes with me. So either you leave now, or I will make you leave.
Give me an intimidation check.
Ooh. Where's my mouse cursor? Fuck, here we go. Okay, here we go. Nah, terrible 5.
Shit.
That's okay.
The guy
Yeah,
looks at
I'm
you and
terrible.
just starts to chuckle. And he stands easily a good foot taller than you, and so does his companion. They're not overly like brawny individuals, but they are quite tall. and he kind of grabs at a hand axe at his hip and slips it out of its holster. This is your last chance, friend. Get out of here. This is none of your business. And while you're here, you can drop your coin purse on the way out. As he lifts up his axe.
Okay.
Fight.
Fight! I was going to say the same thing to you, friend.
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
6. Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh no.
This is just gonna be fucking how it's gonna be going tonight, I guess.
I didn't even grab my dice yet. Okay. The gentleman with the hand axe. All right, suit yourself, friend. And he comes down on you with the hand axe. We'll just play this theater of the mind style.
Okay.
And he's going to go ahead and take a swing at you. Getting a 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. You take 7 points of slashing damage as this hand axe comes down squarely on your shoulder. Digging deep into one of the servos of your right shoulder. After that, his companion, having seen this thing go down, is going to turn and take a swing at you with the dagger as well.
Okay.
Missing entirely in the process. He goes to swing at you, and you're able to, the impact from the axe kind of pushes you one way, and to dodge this impact and this follow-up stab, you're able to swing the other way as he misses you entirely. At this point, it is your turn.
Okay. Hold on, grabbing the wrong thing. I'm going to, let me just see which one does most here. Okay. Fuck it. Let me, I'm gonna cast, which, for the purpose of Acid Splash, would you say that she's out of range? Because it's when there's 2 people within 5 feet of each other. Would you say that she's probably still within the range, never mind. Because we're like in an alley, right?
It's a 10-foot cone, right? Or
No, it's
cone?
no.
People standing next to each other.
Yeah, no, so choose 1 or 2. So I can just choose 1 actually. So
Well, real quick, if you go to Acid Splash, let me see Acid Splash. Where is that?
no, I see it. I got it. Yeah, it says you choose 2. They have to be within 5 feet of each other. So
Yeah,
then it's fine.
You can just pick the 2 of them and it
Yeah,
will splash
so-
on her.
Okay, yeah. So
So con saving throws.
yeah, I'm thinking about what I'm doing, kind of talking out loud.
Stacks for them.
Dex, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's no, it's okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna cast Firebolt on him.
Okay, you can target 1 with Firebolt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the one that's right in front of me.
You would be doing it at advantage or disadvantage because you're within 5 foot of them.
That's fine. I'll give it a shot.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack with disadvantage.
Ugh. Oh my god, can I fucking
Okay.
roll higher than a fucking 5?
I'm afraid
God.
he sees you begin to reach out, and the embers concentrating in your palm, and kind of comes down with the blunt end of the axe and pulls your hand away, and the firebolt slams against the brick wall. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Let me see. No, I'm good.
Just a moment here. All right. The man across with the hand axe. I'm sorry. The young woman kind of clutches her chest. Give me a quick perception check as she clutches her chest.
Sure. When it's not an attack, 23.
With that high roll, you see the same glowing octarine light that you saw, very similar to the young man or middle-aged man that you encountered on the way to the city of Drakenheim. It's glow emanating deep from the center of her breast, and she begins to whisper something below her breath, having seen that you're there to help her for an unseen reason, and you feel a warm glow encompass you in this process. She casts Bless on you, so you can now add a +4 to your attack rolls moving forward. And at the same time, she kind of gives out a meager cry. Give me just one moment here. Okay. All right. At that point, the initial man with the hand axe goes to swing again. His fixation now entirely on you. You should have left when you had the chance, friend. You're gonna end up a pile of junk now. And he goes to swing, but at this point you're very much aware of his presence and his ability, and he comes down and you eagerly sidestep the attack. But his companion's going to take a swipe at you as well. Getting a 19 to hit.
Oh my god, fuck.
Your constitution's huge.
I know.
Okay.
Like, having 38 health really is good.
And because he's in close proximity to you, he is going to apply his sneak attack. Coming in underneath as you're focused on dodging the other individual, he is going to come in with a dagger underneath one of your rib plates. It's going to be 7 piercing damage.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
But at this point, as he drives the blade, and you feel it in your core, if an automaton could feel, you feel the slow movement of that particular area of your body. At this point, it is your turn. What would you do?
Let's see here. Oh, I don't want to do that because that's gonna really fuck up. I don't want to do that either. I'm just gonna try to go for another fucking firebolt on him with disadvantage. If this doesn't work, then I know what else I have to do, but we'll see.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Oh. You go to swing, and it almost like you have the opportunity.
+4 too, right?
Yeah, you can roll another +4 to that. So.
Well, I mean, with a +4, wait, I roll a d4 or I just get +4?
You roll a d4. So there is an opportunity here, so we need to see it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna miss anyway, so whatever. Yeah, cool, great, awesome.
I'm afraid, even with the increased vigor that you feel around you,
annoyed.
You go to fire another bolt, and it doesn't quite connect. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Okay. Yeah, alright, fuck it. Bonus action, I'm gonna fucking call in my fucking, what's it called? My Force Ballista. I'm over it, so let's go.
Okay. And you're,
Alright, so, let's see. So this one is if, when it's so I summon it as a bonus action, and then what it is, it's a ranged spells attack inflicting 2d8 force damage, pushing the target up to 5 feet away from the cannon.
Okay. Can it attack
so-
on the same turn that it's summoned?
Once you create the cannon, you can't do another. Well, that makes sense. I already knew that. You take action to create a small cannon. Regardless, it has AC 18. On each of your turns, you take a bonus action to cause the cannon to activate. You're within 60 feet. As part of the same action, you can. I don't see anything saying that I can't do it.
If it's a bonus action to fire it, you've used your bonus action to summon it. So it would have to be next turn. Because you only get one bonus action.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's,
All right.
yeah, so
I got you.
Because it says you can fire and move as a bonus action, but does it say you can fire and summon as bonus action, right?
Yeah, you
Or
got
the
it.
same bonus
Okay.
action, you can direct it to walk. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yep. Fuck me up. Let's go.
Okay.
You still got 1 billion health.
Like half that. But yeah, whatever.
With your empty hand, you bring down the arcane energy, and it forms into this heavy, this chunk of artillery as it drops down, and you hear a loud boom that pushes the air out around it as it drops down opposite your attackers. At this point, the young woman across from you again grasps her chest. This time, you hear this pressurized air fill the area around you all as it seems to bellow out from her lungs in an unusual fashion as she cries out, "Nathaniel!" with a loud, unnatural depth and tone for a woman of her stature and constitution. But at this point, that is all she does, as the attacker with the hand axe goes to swing at you once again. Again, you're prepared as he comes down beside you, and unable to strike down. Again, perhaps a bit unnerved by the appearance of this cannon that just appeared out of seemingly nothing behind him. And his companion is also going to do the same. This time you're prepared for both of them, and he misses wildly, trying to stab at the same location again. And it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna have my cannon do a range attack first. So now it just says +6 to hit. So I guess just roll a d20. It gets +6.
Yes.
I guess. Okay.
'Cause it should be your spell modifier plus your proficiency or whatever else is added to it. 14 does hit?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's 20. It just says +6 on it to hit. So yeah, so 20. Okay.
Okay.
So
that was just a straight d20 plus, then I need to add the 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
20 to hit? Yeah, absolutely. You feel the pressure of the cannon fire. Which one are you attacking?
The one that's closest to me.
The one with well, they're both like right within 5 feet of you.
The one that attacked me first.
The hand axe?
Yeah, hand axe, yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh my fucking god.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, well, here's the other thing that I want to make sure, because it says in the can, it says, even though it says in my actions, it doesn't have it, but in the actual spell, it says 2d8 plus 4. So I don't know if I get the plus 4 on that.
Yes, you would.
All right, so wowie wow wow, I gotta hit him for a whole 6 damage, but now he at least is 5 feet away from me.
So yeah, the blast, I mean, easily makes contact with him at point blank range. Perhaps not getting as much contact as you would like, but definitely striking him in the thigh and flinging him back. Let me go ahead and make him, let's see here. He manages to stay on his feet as one of his legs has definitely taken a large impact, but he manages to keep his composure, but it was pushed away from you a slight bit. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, now I'm actually gonna attack.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. Yeah, so now I'm gonna attack him with firebolt, and
Okay.
hopefully I fucking.
It's not disadvantage this time. Hit him.
Yeah,
No.
you attack
Hit
normally.
his ass. Let's go.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll for
Fucking
damage.
fantastic. Here we go. Let me get a fucking 2. Oh wow, you actually give me something good. Wow.
Right.
Boy, howdy.
Fire.
Following up with the blast from the ballista, you immediately focus fire on him, delivering another bolt of fire directly to his chest, beginning to singe the armor and flesh on his chest as he cries out. He's looking quite bloody.
Good. You deserve it.
Yeah.
That's because I don't think this is yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm good.
Okay. At this point, the young woman, still too close to run without attracting the attention of her would-be assailant, still begins to look and grasp her chest, but as she's doing so, she begins to pray, grasping clearly something much more solid than flesh just below the meager robes that she wears. You again see this bit of octarine light peeking through the pale white and grayed robes. You can hear frantic prayers coming from her. As she does this, you hear footsteps approach from the opposite side of the alley at the height of the stairs across. And in that process, you see a glowing orb begin to resonate at the foot of the stairs, kind of masked by the glow of the setting sun, but you see it nonetheless get brighter and brighter as it comes down and strikes the would-be assailant with a dagger directly in the back.
Ooh.
Okay. It strikes him true. You feel the piercing energy, almost like sunlight, but with a tinge of arcane energy, not unlike the bits of delirium that you've seen before, but strikes true in this man's back. And you hear words of concern come from the top of the stairs. Geneva, are you all right? And you see at the top of the stairs the same scruffy-faced man that you briefly encountered prior to your arrival here in the city. I will put him forward so you guys can see again.
I remember this guy.
But the other individual is looking quite hurt as well. He is also bloodied by that impact. of the radiant light striking him directly in the spine. But let me pull that up so you guys can see. Is that not showing? Okay, do I need to pull it up? I think it's under... There it is, I think. There we go. Hey, there we go. You see this individual standing at the top of the stairs. His meager robes trailing down to his feet, his scruffy mustache and sideburns, now even longer than the last time you encountered them, going opposite your way as you had approached the city. But at this point, the two would-be assailants kind of see now that the odds are beginning to turn against them, as somebody equally competent in combat and ability has kind of stepped into the incident, and they're both going to dart away. You would get an opportunity attack on one of them if you would like.
Would it be one of my spell?
You wouldn't be able to attack with a spell unless you had a particular feat, but you could.
I do have my crossbow equipped.
You could take a crossbow shot at one of them.
Crossbow.
You would be able to attack the dagger individual.
All right, fuck that guy.
Okay, go ahead and roll a crossbow.
15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage. As he begins to run away.
9.
You hit him squarely in the shoulder. He is extremely injured by the impact, but now crying out for his life, possibly soiling himself on the way out too. Running away with his comrade, but they both look uneager to continue this little side alley robbery, as they flee into the other alleys and streets of Emberwood Village. You are left with the young woman and young man at the top of the stairs, and you are out of initiative. What would you like to do?
I will talk to her. I'd be like, I heard him saying that she was looking for patches somewhere, like that it wasn't gonna be cheap or whatever, right? I heard that.
Pardon me?
He said that he was gonna take her somewhere, right? Is that, I didn't hear where it was, but he was gonna take her somewhere, right? I'm just trying to remember the conversation was when I first overheard it.
Right. So the bandit was saying that that he was essentially trying to offer protection, I guess, is the best of your understanding of it.
Sure. Okay.
Just unless you wanted to make a if you want to make an intelligence check, you can for a bit more information.
Sure.
General intelligence check.
Okay.
See if you remember.
No, 9.
Yeah, I'm afraid not. What
That's
you
fine,
could grasp
okay.
from the conversation was he was trying to offer protection, if you will.
Okay, that's fine.
For an unfamiliar traveler in the city.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to her and then ask her, like,
Are you okay?
Thank you, friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Geneva. I am here with the other pilgrims. Thank you. I got separated from the others.
And as she's saying this, the young man kind of steps down towards you, kind of putting his hands on the shoulders of the woman to try to calm her. Still a bit flustered from the whole incident, and then turns to you. Thank you, friend.
My name is Nathaniel. We appreciate you stepping in to protect one who is not of your own. Might I know your name?
My name is Tim.
Well, thank you, Tim. It is not uncommon that one may venture away from the rest of the flock. But I do appreciate you shepherding this one as we venture into dangerous territory.
Where are you heading?
We are heading to St. Selena's Abbey. This one is from further southeast, towards the Three Cities. She was to join us in accompanying other pilgrims to the site of the crater, of the meteor.
Sorry, you said it was southwest?
Yeah, southwest of Drakenheim.
Oh, got it. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, just generally looking at these people, they don't look like they're from this region of the continent. And
Okay.
judging by their accent, they're definitely not from this region.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, you are welcome, and I hope you are able to meet with your compatriots very soon.
Much thanks to you, friend. Let me at least assist a bit with your injuries, friend.
And he's going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on you at 2nd level.
Ooh, okay.
You regain 11 hit points.
Ooh, hot. Okay. Almost back in full business. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Swell.
You feel the energy, and as he's casting the spell, and you hear him utter the divine somatic components to the spell. I'm sorry, the verbal components to the spell. You see another gentle glow below his garb as well, very similar to the young woman. And he also grasps at his chest as he's casting the spell on you. And although the feeling is very not arcane in nature, it has a tinge, just a slight tinge of the same feeling you get around the raw delirium as he's casting this spell. And as he finishes, thank you, friend. If ever you are near the abbey, ask for Nathaniel. We will greet you as friend. And he also hands you a small, slightly dingy, slightly crumpled pamphlet, if you will. And just generally at a quick glance, you see what looks like the emblem of a brazier, not unlike the sacred flame, but over it you see what looks like the general shape and symbolism of a falling star over the top of the brazier. And below that you see some general scripture. And at the very bottom, at a quick glance, just your ability to scan things quickly, you see the name Lucretia Matthias. And I will send you, remind me before we finish up, Shiny, I'll send you some more information separately.
Okay, cool.
But that's what you catch as a quick glance, just looking at the document briefly that he hands you.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
No.
They both nod in thankful nature, heading away from the side of this back alley, extortion, appearing to head north towards the city. Not far from where you all had headed your initial attempt at making it towards Buckledown Row, heading up Champion's Way. With that, we're going to head back to the Giorgio, Scrawlneck, and Cedric. At this point, it's getting quite late in the afternoon. The sun is beginning to set as Blackjack Mel escorts you all towards one of the other bars, and we'll head back over to Buckledown Row. There you go. You all are here with Blackjack Mel, one of the southernmost bars. He escorts you all over here to this longer bar that has two particular stories. You all are welcome to head over there, and I'll reveal that. Just a moment. Cool. All right, here we go. All right. He escorts you in, and you see a number of darkly clad, heavily armed individuals, all of them having several daggers, short swords, crossbows, things of that nature, individuals up on the roof. And you get the idea that these individuals in this particular bar probably have even more weapons that you can't see, just by their general demeanor and stance. They have very sharp, narrow eyes. One individual in particular, you notice standing out among the various humans, is very dark complexion, ghostly white hair, telltale signs of a drow, standing across directly from the entrance into this bar. But seeing that you're accompanied with Blackjack Mel, they pay you no further mind, as Mel escorts you over to this staircase towards the back of the bar, descending down towards a pair of dark oak doors with a very large sliding padlock on, or not padlock, slide lock, if you will.
The door jam.
Yeah, kind of like the ones where you have to turn it up and then pull it out.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, kind of like a smaller version of the one you'd see on a bathroom stall, but much beefier, the size of someone's forearm.
Yeah.
The mechanism itself, as they pull it up, and you hear the boom as it slides across the wood and through the holding mechanism, and you all are escorted even deeper down this staircase. Perceivably, from what you can tell, is below the surface of Buckledown Row. As you hear bits of dripping water, as well as you go deeper, flowing water, and you begin to understand that you may be in the portion of the sewers below the city. And you smell the damp air. You kind of hear the echo of voices and a dull roar as you begin to go deeper down this staircase, echoing off the worked stone as you descend. I will go ahead and pull you guys up to where you are next. All right. You come down the staircase to this area right here, and you're met into a general greeting area. There's a number of individuals, as well as a large bugbear that is heavily armed with a great axe, and a few individuals locked up in a cell as you proceeded down the stairs, chained to the walls, either with a neck clamp or chained with their arms and or legs to the wall. But let me go ahead and drop your tokens here. In fact, let me see. Can you guys drop your own tokens onto the map? Or do I need to do it? Okay. Not a big deal. Oh, nope, Tim's not here. Cedric. Scrawlneck. Georgio. Did Mel not come up? We'll just assume Mel's there with you. As he brings you down, you see a number of individuals talking over in the corner, exchanging strategy, as well as tending to a few minor wounds of some of the individuals. But further in this direction, you see a bridge extending over a gently flowing waterway below it, about maybe 5 or 6 feet below that, of this makeshift suspension bridge. You can definitely tell this is now in the aqueducts and or sewers. You're welcome to swim in there, but you're gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Not doing it.
Up to you. You're welcome to jump in. If you stay in there, I want to have you make a Constitution saving throw. As you look in, you can see not so much sense it innately like someone with arcane training or mage-born abilities, but you can certainly feel a bit of the charged air coming just off the surface of this water. It is most certainly not safe to drink or swim in. But Mel looks to you all, and at this point, as you approach the suspension bridge, you can very much hear the roar of an audience and the loud bolstering of what sounds like a probably a ye olde hype man in the other room, kind of shouting out as events, and you hear at this point clanging and shouting and screaming and the clanking of coin potentially of some of the surrounding areas. All right, friends, you're up next. You're going up against another relatively naive group of newcomers to the pits, but if you want to make any personal bets on yourselves, you're welcome to do so. The odds right now are not great in your favor, but you're that could mean some heavier rewards. Right now, you're at 6-1 to lose the match, being a new group. So anything you want to throw down, should you do well, you could make quite a killing.
Pat him on the shoulder, so you don't need to worry about us. We're gonna do pretty good.
I like you. I like your confidence. Hopefully you do well, and if you keep it up, maybe we can get down into those special pits later on. That definitely you can make some serious scratch.
Who do we pay out to, Val?
Are you looking to... You're making a personal bet?
Yeah.
So you look to Mel and ask the question, and he turns and points to this bugbear guard over here, who seems to have a lockbox chest just behind this barrel or crate. How much did you want to bet?
We'll do 16 gold
16? Okay.
and 12 silver. So I guess
Okay.
17 gold and 2 silver.
Okay. So go ahead and mark that off for the time being from your inventory.
I'm gonna do the same bet. I'm gonna do 17 gold as well.
Okay. Go ahead and mark that off from your inventory for the time being. And as you're doing this, Mel looks to you all. I've been told the other group wants to know how you want to do this. You want to do a one-on-one tag team, or you want to fight as a group?
So with the one-on-one tag team, would it be the 3 of us?
Yeah, all 3 of you would still be fighting, but it would only be one person at a time, and you would have essentially a group initiative.
Yeah, and I'm assuming like for like the only thing that I'm concerned about with that is like if we need to tag out, like you obviously would have to disengage from the guy and then tag out. When we do that, does that take up our whole turn, or like can you disengage, tag out, and then the person who tags in come in fresh?
You would come in, and that would be your turn.
Okay.
But
So
you
we
could
come
tag
in-
out as a free action, yeah. We would just call it an interaction, but you would have to use your movement to get out.
Okay, so would like assuming we're in close quarters, it would provoke an attack of opportunity, stuff
Potentially,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, unless you disengage, right? But that would be your action for the
Right.
turn. So the person who comes in wouldn't have nothing. So we have that's what I'm asking. Is it's a shared action pool for that turn?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that would be rough. I think they would be under the same stipulations.
Yep.
Let's see.
I feel like we'd maybe work better together as a three-man team.
Mechanically, yeah, I think that probably like I have action surge, so I can get an extra action once, but that would only be once.
Yeah.
You've got rage, but if you are not dealing or taking damage while you're tagged out, the rage goes away. I think we lose a lot of
Yeah, I
advantage.
think we do it as a group.
As fun as it would be, I think we lose a lot if we do the tag team. So
Yeah.
Scrawlneck needs to
Fighting is-
punch.
I think
Needs to punch to live.
fighting as a group, I think would be much better.
Yeah, let's go as a group then. I'm
Yeah.
down for that.
Sounds like a plan. All right. We all have a name. We need to drum up some hype. Otherwise, the people aren't going to want to bet for you. The more money we can get on the table, the more hype you can create, the more money we can make, and the more likely we can get you into those higher ranking matches. So, what's the name?
Is,
Scrawlneck, unless you have an idea, I feel like Mel, as a hype man, would probably be the one who would come up with something better than we could.
Children's Cancer Research Fund. Like cancer for the kids. Save the
Does
kids.
cancer exist in
We're here to
Dragonheim?
save the kids. We're fighting for the kids.
Hey, fuck cancer either way.
We're here for the kids.
Scrawlneck's already got his jersey.
Fighting for St. Jude.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. I'm down.
Fighting for St. Jude right now.
Let's do it.
We're the St. Jude Warriors.
St. Jude Warriors. All right.
The crowd loves a good cause. I just have a feeling.
I don't know who this St. Jude is, but I ain't got nothing against kids, so all right, we'll roll with it. Everybody likes a good feel-good story. We'll go with it. Maybe we'll drum up some extra support. Who knows? Most of these people probably don't have kids, and if they do, they don't want to know about it. But anyway. Is there anything else you guys would like to prepare or do or say before Mel escorts you to the pit?
I got nothing.
No.
Peep, peep.
Oh. He's got PP. So
Okay. while he's doing that, I'm actually going to do the same.
You know what? A PP doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, let's take a quick bathroom break, everybody. We'll be back in
Party time.
a hot minute. Cedric, if you want to pre-roll your initiative for the combat, you can. But while he's doing that, Mel escorts you all into the pits, and you begin to hear a much more boisterous sound as you see the 4 to 5 foot tall walls of the pits completely surrounding this dirt and sand floor. In the center, you see a rather rotund man with gray salt and pepper hair, with a waist strap, and beside him is a halfling man carrying multiple tickets in both hands, taking bets all around, running rampantly around the edge, taking bets and collecting coin from all sides for the past fight and then the upcoming fight. As you all approach, and I'll go ahead and show an image of that. As you all enter the fighting pits.
That's fucking dope.
Fucking Hodor looking motherfucker.
This man, you can see, is calling out to the crowd that is extremely packed on the outer edges of these wooden barricades that have been erected in between what are probably the structural columns of this the sewer and the catacombs below Buckle Down Row. Inside here, you smell a very pungent air of iron and blood and probably somebody's excrement after they lost control of their bowels. A number of odd fluids, as well as the general stink of the sewers and the sweat of all the individuals packed into this smaller area. But we'll go ahead and come back to the fighting pits just as this rotund man with white and salt and pepper mutton chops begins to call out to the crowd. Go ahead and reveal. Oh, come on, I want reveal. There we go. The pit itself. You see as you come in the
shitty pit.
I mean, it's essentially Fight Club. What did you expect? On the opposite side, you see just over this ladder, stepping over, there's a couple men attending to one of the previous combatants who looks like he has a sword driven through one of his shoulders, and he's bleeding profusely. And they're trying to stabilize him. On the opposite side, from where you all are at, you see a large crowd of people, including 3 individuals that are closely watching your entrance. One of which is a young woman wearing a shawl and a very thin veil on her face. Another is a heavily clad bugbear, long, curly, hairy arms, and just barely hanging over the top of and peeking over as he struggles to hold himself over the 5-foot barricade is a small-looking goblin peeking over at you all, kind of eyeing you. His somewhat disfigured tongue kind of jetting out every once in a while like a snake in a very uncomfortable manner. Yeah, let me go ahead and pull those up. Reveal. These 3 individuals. Opposite side of you. But in the center, the kind of the MC or the crier or the ringmaster is now that they've cleaned off the remains of the last fight, is beginning to address the crowd again. Let me go ahead and pull that image back up for you all before we get started with the fight. As he cries out, he grabs both his hands and just taps his chest, and you feel again this air bellow out much more than the natural human voice as he cries out to the crowd.
Ladies, gentlemen,
Nice.
and all you other bastards, let's get ready for our next fight. To remind everyone in the group, bets will begin and end in just a moment. Have my comrade here collect them. Get your bets in, get your bets in. Just to remind everyone of the rules, this is going to be a group match. For those combatants in the ring, you must remain within the ring. If you are tossed out or climb out, you are disqualified. If your team loses a member, that person will be stabilized, or you can stabilize them yourself if you choose to leave the match. You are allowed to cast spells on your team if you are removed from the match, but you cannot cast them on opponents. Otherwise, your entire group will be disqualified.
Thank God I'm not there.
Any outside poisons are not allowed. If we catch you with them, you will be made to drink them. Any potions or scrolls are not allowed. Natural abilities only. No uses of invisibility or darkness. The whole crowd came here to watch. They want to see a fight. There are no rules against killing your opponent, but it is frowned upon. When all members of the opposing team can no longer fight, the match will end. Any of those who need medical attention will be given such outside the ring. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I do have a potion of healing in my bag,
Okay.
but I'm not taking that into the pits with me, I don't think, right? So that's...
I mean, you can have it in your bag, but you can't use it.
Okay.
You can't
I
use
didn't
it during
need
the fight.
Yeah, I didn't even know if I needed to turn it over or what, so as long as I don't use it, it's fine. Okay.
No. Sorry, I failed to mention. If you get caught using potions, and they will confiscate them. If you get caught using poison, they will make you drink
They
it.
make you use it, yeah.
So we can't cast spells on the enemy. We can't.
No. You can cast spells on the enemy.
If you were removed from the ring,
Right.
you can still support your own team.
Right. It's more of a rule if you were doing the tag team fight. You couldn't cast from outside the ring. Unless it was to cast to help your own team.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, like, I can't cast Fireball. I mean, I'm not there, but if I can't cast Fireball, I'm like, what am I gonna do? I can't fucking help you guys.
No. You can cast spells while you're in the ring. While you're
Okay,
fighting.
yeah.
Oh,
Some of these
Gotcha.
rules are meant for the tag team.
So, just curious how it works, because the rules are meant for tag team, but we're not doing it. Like, if, say, for example, if Cedric gets knocked out and they stabilize him and he comes to, could he then, like, even though he's been removed from the ring, help
Yes.
with supporting spells? Okay, cool. Interesting.
Yeah, I can
That's good.
still heal up and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay.
You just wouldn't be able to come back into the ring and attack.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be able to do anything that impedes the opposing team.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Cool.
All right. So if you guys want to step into the ring,
I'm already there.
Excuse me.
we'll go ahead and start.
40
We'll
minutes.
start
by the way,
in these 3 locations.
The fight pit needs to be brought back up.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good.
And
Do we get your initiative, Balsamic?
Sorry.
yeah, did you get your 7?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know that we had done that. Let me go ahead and do that.
Oh yeah, he asked you when you got back.
I didn't realize I still had everything muted and deafened. 15.
Oh, nice.
15? Okay.
Nice.
One sec here. Let me grab a piece of paper. This will just be easier. Let's see. Right. So, at this point,
All right. Does everyone understand the rules?
Yeah.
This is,
Get on!
immediately across from you, the young woman with the veil over her face,
I'm sorry, were the team names announced in all of
oh,
this?
I'm so sorry, I missed that. Yes, let me do a quick announcement here for that.
Unbelievable.
I know.
what an announcer.
Fucking
What an
amateur.
announcer.
What is this amateur hour shit? I know.
On the western side, returning from a questionable victory, we have the Tunnel Snakes.
Yo, no, you fucking
Oh,
didn't.
no, the
You're
Tunnel Snakes
ridiculous.
rule.
Oh my god, you guys are fucking ridiculous.
What was y'all's name against St. Jude Warriors? What was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have a newcomer on the opposite side of the ring. Joining us from outside the city, we have the St. Jude Warriors.
For the kids.
Get it off!
All right. At this point, the veiled woman looks directly across at you, Cedric, with a gentle yet slightly seductive voice, calls out to you. You don't want to fight this match. You want to go have a seat in the stands. Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
fuck.
If you walk out, you can't come back, right? Oh,
25.
yes.
Yeah, no, you
Let's
handle
go.
you feel this
No
this
thoughts.
you feel this
No,
these
that's-
words echo in your mind, but your understanding of the arcane and the mysticism you're able to shake it off easily, as the young woman is unsuccessful in getting you to move out of the ring of your own free will. And she is going to run over here and end her turn. At this point, the bugbear in the middle, without question, cries out, "Damn it, you were supposed to get rid of one of them!" And he just charges forward. And beats his chest angrily, pulling out a large longsword that is covered in dents and cracks and dried blood, as he screams out, looking at you, Scrawlneck.
Yeah, here we go.
Ready for a brawl. At this point, Cedric, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to look at the veiled woman and just say, "Begone, harlot," and I am going to cast Charm Person and tell her, I think it's actually you that wants to go up in those stands.
Oh,
You go on
shit.
harlot.
You have to have contact with somebody to cast Charm Person?
Nope. It just says you attempt to
Okay.
charm a humanoid that you see within range.
Okay. What's the full wording? Do they have advantage if they see you as an adversary?
If you were fighting it,
Yes. Which you would be.
would this be considered fighting
Yeah.
right now? Okay, can I retract that?
Yeah. I'll let you go. But yeah, just keep
Okay.
that in mind. Yeah, because if you're fighting somebody, you're in an active combat against them, and they see you as an
Got it.
adversary, then you have disadvantage against Charm Person.
Right.
Or casting Charm Person.
Then instead,
Shit.
I'm still gonna say, "Begone, harlot," and I'm gonna cast my spiritual weapon directly behind her as a bonus action.
Okay. All right.
It can attack in
Ooh.
that turn.
All right. Back to pop that back on the field. I believe you're gonna drop her right there behind her.
Yeah, pretty much just right behind her.
Okay. All right.
And it's going to be a 12 to hit.
Oh. Forget her AC. Give me just a moment.
I think it's 11.
Well, might be 12, but that's all right.
We'll
Deal. We
see.
can make do if it's
We'll
12.
see. I mean, the tunnel snakes do rule. Actually, 11 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Let's go.
She's pretty squishy.
8.
8 force damage. Okay.
Yep.
After
And then,
okay. Go
sorry.
ahead. Okay, you briefly
then it's
shake
mine.
off the call that she makes into your mind as you swiftly summon your spiritual weapon and slam it into the back of her skull.
Sick.
For-
And then I'm going to then attempt to cast Toll the Dead on her.
okay.
Wisdom saving 13.
Can you cast
Hold
two
it at it.
spells in the same turn though?
Toll the Dead is my action. Spiritual Weapon's a bonus action.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay. What was the save?
A 13.
13.
good.
He rolls a 14 on the die, so unfortunately does not. She hears the beginning of chimes in her mind, but shakes it off quickly. Still her head a bit ringing already from the blow from the spiritual weapon. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up 2 just so I'm in front of Georgio there.
Okay.
And I'm good.
All right. Scrawlneck, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Okay.
And for the bugbear, I'm gonna say, "You fight me," and then I'm going to rage.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna do form of the beast tail. I'm gonna grow my tail.
Okay.
Oh, frig.
All right.
Fail. Let's go.
I'm gonna grow the tail, and I can't attack, right? Because I was
Well, is rage an action or a bonus action?
bonus.
Okay, so you still have your action. So you still could attack.
Form of the Beast tail is an action, I thought.
Yeah, those are actions to do those.
Is it?
To grow the tail, yeah, I think is an action.
It doesn't say that.
You go ahead and post
Yeah,
it in
go
the
to
chat real quick.
Scroll next character sheet. Rage
If you-
as a bonus action.
Yeah, all your forms are actions themselves.
Yeah, once you've raged, let's see.
Okay.
Okay, if I click on, I think, yeah, if you click on Form of the Beast, yeah, Form of the Beast tail, it's action type 1 action, attack type, it's natural attack, so it's, oh no, that might be the attack then.
Yeah, that's the attack of it.
That's
not
the
the
attack.
actual-
So you still do have your
when
action.
When you rage, you can transform, so I think, yeah, that's.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
part
so
of
he
the
still
rage.
has it.
That's a part of the
Get
rage.
in there
The
and
action-
kick his fucking ass.
The action is the attack.
Get him.
That
Okay.
specifies
He's gonna
that it's
do,
not a bonus action or a free action to use the attack.
I'm gonna do a two-handed battle axe swing at him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
20.
20? 20
Hell yeah.
hits. You come down squarely on the bugbear's shoulder. Go ahead and roll for damage.
11.
11.
Oh,
Okay.
Shit.
icy
All
boy.
right. You make a square hit, digging in, separating the plates of the splint armor, and drawing first blood against this stout bugbear that's probably a good 6 inches taller than you are.
I like challenge. Look his head.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do? As the crowd cheers, seeing sight of blood.
Blood. Woo-hoo.
It looks like our newcomers are ready and raring. What will the tunnel snakes do?
Giorgio, you are up.
Okay. I think, let's see, yeah, 25 to get here.
Okay.
So I'll move over here, and then I will attack and attempt to grapple.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And you do have advantage
So-
because you're the.
Does this count as flanking? Oh, fucking.
I think so. I don't know if it counts as a creature. I'm gonna say, for the sake of
Let's-
coolness,
let's-
it's gonna
should
count
say,
because
right?
yeah, I think it counts because it's an ally.
Yeah, spiritual weapon does count for flanking.
Like, okay, so I'm rolling at advantage. These are my attack rolls. I have an 18 and a 2, so one of those is going to hit because that's without.
Oh
my
yeah,
attack.
absolutely. Yeah, you grapple this.
So I'll
this-
grab.
Okay.
Do I get to? I can't remember. Do I get to make an attack as well? Do I deal? I don't deal damage with the grapple, right?
No, you're just
I'm
grappling
now
them.
grappling, and I can pummel in the next turn. Right.
Right. You would attack with advantage on the next turn
Okay.
because you are grappling them.
Okay. So let's see. Can I? Do I want to? No, never mind. I can't even anyway. I was thinking if I could drag her closer to Cedric, but the spectral weapon's right there. I've already been 25, and I'm at half speed, so I can't even move the whole square.
Right,
So
right, and
I'll just grab and hold on.
okay.
Can you do multiple attacks a turn? I thought you had another attack, didn't you?
I mean, I can do like a. Do I get like an offhand attack?
Did you use your bonus action?
No. All I've done
Yeah,
is
you
walk
can-
over and
You
grapple.
can make
I mean,
multiple attacks.
yeah, you could. Well, no, because you didn't take the attack action,
You have to attack.
right.
Well,
Well, no, grappling is an attack,
grapple,
yeah.
it's a special melee attack.
Okay.
So I don't know. That's the one thing that I'm not sure about.
Yeah,
I was
grappling
thinking that
is an
you
attack
could.
action itself.
right. So I'll say for this,
Okay.
the rule of cool, go ahead and make the attack, but you wouldn't.
The rule
No-
of cool.
no bonus.
I like
No
the
bonus
idea of you
modifier on
grappling
it,
and
right?
immediately pummeling them.
Okay. So no bonus, right?
No bonus unless you
I gotta-
have the. But you hit either way.
I'm gonna roll 14 on one of them. So, and then we'll roll for damage, which my unarmed strikes are. What is it?
Right. Okay.
Where's the?
Yeah, because I thought a grapple's an attack. You're essentially
yeah.
So you still have your bonus action to attack.
1d8 plus 4, so that's a 3
Blame 'em.
plus 4, so 7 damage.
7. Bludgeoning.
Yep.
All right. You grab hold of her shoulder and begin to drive your opposing hand, or you grab with your main hand and begin to drive your fist deeply into the opposing shoulder, doing a significant amount of damage. This looks like a rather thin creature with not a lot of armor. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Not on this turn.
Okay. At this point, the goblin, seeing what's going on, is going to run up beside you, kind of crying out as they're doing so. Is going to come at you with a. Let me find. Fairly certain it's a short sword. Number the weapons. Right. Yes, they are going to make 2 attacks against you with their short sword. And let's. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
17 hits? Okay. And they are going to apply their sneak attack to that one.
Okay.
You take 14 piercing damage.
14 piercing damage?
Oh.
Okay, that's a lot.
Fuck.
And so, on reaction, I will expend one of my psionic dice
Okay.
to reduce that by 1d6 plus 2.
Okay.
So that's going to reduce that by 4, so it'll only be 10 damage.
Okay. All right, and they're going to take another attack at you.
Yeah.
And they roll a natural 1. So you feel the short sword dig into your side, getting a square hit, but this time you're prepared for it. And you kind of pull the young woman in the way as they go to make the second strike, and you're able to avoid it as they're trying to avoid hitting their comrade. You hear the goblin kind of screech out, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way! I want to stab him! I want to stab him!" Is there anything else you would like to do? Or I'm sorry, he's up.
Yeah,
So at this point, you hear cries from the crowd as they're eager for blood. And at this point, the young woman looks at you next. Anger across her eyes as they begin to narrow. And you notice that the once circular pupils begin to narrow like the eyes of a snake. And you see the veil begin to drift down from the young woman, exposing much more scaly skin below. and a forked tongue drifts out between her teeth.
The fuck she go?
I'm putting another token up.
Shape change.
Shoot.
I think she left the arena. So
Oh, no.
She gone.
You wish.
bye, bitch.
You see the snake-like visage replace the gentle-looking woman. The narrow snake-like eyes and the scales beginning to show. At this point, they are going to spit out in your direction. They're going to heal back as she can't quite reach her scimitar at her hip. She's going to cock back her head and as you feel this putrid breath spray you directly in the face, Giorgio, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution
Yuck.
saving throw. Yucky. I rolled a 9.
Hey.
I
9.
have +2 on saving throw, so it's 11 total.
11. You fail.
Okay. Don't like it.
So you are going to take 1d12 poison damage.
Okay. That sucks.
Might not be bad.
That's so fucking funny.
Um,
You fail.
That is 8 poison damage. As this
Oh.
creature sprays you directly in the face at close range.
Not loving that.
Oh.
At this point, the bugbear, enraged by the strike from Scrawlneck, is going to take their turn. And they're going to come down on you twice with the longsword.
Come at me. Come at me.
Getting a natural 1 on their first swing. As they swing over the top of your head, attempting to cleave your head directly from your shoulders, missing wildly. The second strike, though, is going to be a 18 to hit.
My reaction. Tail
Okay.
Nice.
comes out for some fun.
All right.
Nice.
So how does that work?
I'm gonna roll a d8, and I get that bonus to my AC.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
Right now, you need to get upward. What's your normal AC?
16. So now I have AC of like 22 right now.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I miss.
Plus
You come up and the
17.
tail,
Tail whacked
right
it
as
out of
it's
the way.
about to cleave into your side, the tail comes up and whoosh, bats the hand away as they miss entirely. And
Yep.
the crowd begins to cheer, and the bugbear can show visible anger.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Get out of here.
Let me double check. They do not. So at this point, Cedric, you are up.
I'll just take a first. I'll take a swing at the snake creature
Okay.
now with my spiritual weapon, and that's at advantage, right?
Yes, because you are flanking and they are grappled. So yes, you would 100% have advantage.
Okay, so it's only an 8.
8 total to hit.
Yeah.
I'm afraid the spiritual weapon comes down, and in this frantic movement between Giorgio trying to dodge the poison breath, pulls the creature away, and the spiritual weapon just misses.
Okay. I'm going to move 25. Yeah, 25 feet.
Okay.
And attempt to actually I'll move 30 and take up the same space as my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And then attempt to make a melee attack as I cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
And so it would be a 24 to hit.
24? Yeah, absolutely hits. And you would have advantage on that because you're flanking. So,
Yeah, that was with the advantage.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Wholeheartedly, you hit.
They both hit. It was 21 and 24.
Right. Right.
Yeah, they were both really high.
Yeah, easily.
14 necrotic.
14. You dig into the spine of this snakely woman, sending in necrotic energy that travels up as she screams out in pain. And you hear the crowd beginning to cheer for St. Jude's Warriors.
Yes. I love it for the kids.
Love to hear it for the.
And she is bloodied.
Yeah.
He is not looking good.
Nice.
Certainly taking the most blunt force trauma from the entire group. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, that's everything.
All right. With that, Scrawlneck, you are up.
All right. Here we go.
Get him.
Slashy.
Get him, baby.
We're swinging.
Okay.
17.
Are you two-handing it or just one-handing?
That's a one hand. I'm going to
One-hand,
do
okay.
a one hand and then an off hand.
17 just hits.
Okay. And then I'm going to swing with my second one. This one only gets plus. What do I lose from the offhand attack? I forgot.
You don't because you have dual
just-
wielder. I think you have dual wielding, don't you? So you should be able to apply your proficiency
add
bonus.
your 1 AC bonus
Yeah.
still counts.
Right.
I still think I lose like
Let's see,
my
you
offhand
draw
attack
two
is only like
weapons.
+2 or something.
Your offhanded. So where's your? Hey, let's see. Actions. Battle axe. So you get. I think you lose the +7 that you get for your offhand. You get your attack bonus for your regular
Okay.
attack, but not for your.
So it'd only be
offhand
+2.
Because right now, let's see. What's your roll?
It would be your strength modifier, but you wouldn't be able to get your proficiency bonus, I believe.
I think you keep the proficiency bonus, but you lose the strength modifier.
Okay, so I
I
only
Oh,
get
okay.
+2 then.
think
Okay.
it's just +2 instead of +9, just what you normally have, right?
Okay.
I have +7. It would be +2 then.
Okay.
I'd lose my strength, which is +5.
Well, go ahead and roll damage on the first
Oh, I
strike.
see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what it is then.
Okay.
I was looking at saving
So-
throws, not your. strength
Yeah,
modifier.
okay, so +7, so you need to -5, so 15.
Yeah, 15 on the second one.
15, unfortunately, just
This
misses.
is okay. Okay.
But go ahead and roll damage for the first strike. Okay, so one-handed
two.
is 11, correct? How's this?
Yeah.
Okay, 11. You swing down with the first strike and make another solid contact in their hip, crushing in their bits of splint armor and drawing more blood. Unfortunately, the second strike, you go to swing and they duck out of the way. It just glancing off the shoulder pauldron.
That is it.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
That's it.
Giorgio, you are up.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do at the start of my turn, because Snake Lady is grappled, she takes 1d4
Okay.
of damage, so that's 2. You
Okay.
can see that on the thing. It's a 2. So she takes 2 damage, just for being grappled.
Okay.
And so I am going to, with my extra hand, pull out one of my hand axes and throw it at the bugbear.
Okay.
And so it's, let's see, because that's, shoot, he's 25 away.
Yeah, I got the bugbear under control. We got this over. Take care of business over there.
And that could be 60, 25 feet away. Never mind. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use my attack on the goblin that's next to me.
Okay.
And so that's just a regular d20, right? We're not, nothing advantage for that.
Right.
Okay. That's real bad. That's a 3. 3 plus, what is it? 2. So 5 to hit. No, it's a 3 plus 6, excuse me. So a 9 to hit. Does that hit?
Unfortunately, no. They nimbly dodge out of the way. As you go to swing, it's a rather small creature.
Okay, and then mechanically, I don't know. Offhand attack is supposed to be your extra hand. I'm holding one of the Swellmen, but I don't know if I can do a double attack.
Well, your grapple. So you made one attack.
The D4 at the start is an automatic special.
Okay,
it's not
gotcha.
Okay, automatic. Just because she's in the grapple, she takes 4 damage.
Okay,
1d4 damage.
Okay, so you made one attack already, which missed against the goblin. So you still have your offhand.
Okay, so then I'll swing again. I'll try and punch the goblin again.
Okay.
And that's gonna be fucking a 4 and plus 6. So is that no? It wouldn't be plus the 6. It would just be the 4. So that also obviously would not hit.
Yeah, you swing. You go to backhand the goblin on the return around and miss completely.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it would be plus 2 again, but it would be 6.
It's still miss. Yep.
It's the same thing. And then I think I can do. Let's see. No, that'll be it.
Okay. At this point, the little goblin angrily looks at both you, Cedric, as well as Georgio, contemplating which of you to attack, and seeing that you're still grappling their companion, they're going to go ahead and try to make 2 strikes against you, Georgio.
Okay.
Getting not great. Does a 12 hit?
No.
I don't believe it does. All right. They miss on the first strike, trying to go for you again, but having to dodge out of the way, screeching out, "Out of the way! Out of the way! I want to stab him! I want to stab him!" And then going for another strike. Missing again. Just cannot quite get in contact, trying not to stab their companion, who looks like they're heavily, heavily wounded, knowing that if they did, they would probably end their participation. But at this point, they give up and kind of step back, preparing for another series of strikes. At this point, the snake woman hisses at you angrily, Georgio, and attempts to, she looks at you this time around. Make sure. In a last-ditch effort, she looks at you, Georgio. You don't want to fight me. You want to go take a break. You want to leave. Make a wisdom saving throw.
12.
12? You just succeed. As you hear the arcane words and hissing in your mind, but you're able to shake it off, and ignore her suggestions for pleasurable wilds. But at this point, the bugbear is up, and as he angrily looks at you, Scrawlneck, and is actively engaged, is going to try to take more swings at you with the longsword, coming down hard with both hands. This time getting a 15 to hit.
Nope. Naturally save that one. Dink.
Is that your armor class, or what's your...
16. I'm 16.
16. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. You come up, and at this point, you're narrowly able to deflect it away with one of your axes, but he comes down for a second. Getting a 17 to hit this time.
Reaction.
Okay.
Oh, brick.
19 now.
Okay, your tail swings up again,
Yeah.
batting away his sword as the crowd cheers, watching you easily deflect this bugbear's blunt force trauma away from you. And at this point, Cedric, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to start with spiritual weapon.
Okay.
24.
24 hits.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Damn.
Which one are you attacking specifically? The
Still the snake lady.
okay, right, because you're flanking.
Yeah.
4 damage.
So four damage against her. Yep.
Okay, the spiritual weapon comes down. Maybe not striking quite enough to take her completely down, but she is heavily wounded. As the blunt trauma on the back of the shoulder almost knocks her down out cold.
Okay.
She is hanging on by a thread.
And then I'm going to endure the attack of opportunity, move up 10,
Okay.
so that we're now flanking the goblin.
Okay. So yeah,
She would get an attack of opportunity.
right. But she does make it a disadvantage because she is grappled. So it just
It'd be tough.
Ooh, she got a nat 20 and an 11.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh.
just suck.
Yeah, even with her bonus, it's not going to meet your AC. So, yeah, she swings up and it glances off of your heavy armor as you flank the goblin. You still have your action, I believe.
Wow.
Dude, yep. I am going to... I'm going to try Toll the Dead again. Another 13.
Another 13 on her?
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, gotcha. This time around, she fails. Go ahead and roll damage.
A 1.
Wow.
Oh my
The bell
god.
rings and you see blood beginning to drip from her ears, but it's still not enough to take her down. But again, still holding on.
I'm so upset. I'm done.
My turn starts and she's gonna take 1d4 damage. Is gonna knock her out.
Passive damage kills her.
Is that all for you?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Scrawlneck, you are up.
All right, here we go.
Get him, baby.
Here we go. Here we go. 21.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Big damage, baby.
9 damage.
All right.
The first swing.
He is bloodied.
All
As
right,
you
second,
make a nice swing and carve into his leg.
second one misses. Okay, I'm
Right. All right. Giorgio, you are up then.
Okay. So start of the turn, 1d4 damage for the grapple,
Okay.
and this time it's only 1.
All right.
Kills her.
Does it?
No, unfortunately, she's
Still
still
no?
going. Still
Okay.
just
It's
going.
fine,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make my first attack on the goblin, which should be now at advantage, right?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I'm flanking. Okay, so this time I've got what the fuck? So this is it's +6, so I got an 11, which is not going to be enough.
No, unfortunately. not.
Okay, offhand attack. I'm just going to punch the lady I'm holding.
Okay.
Which I do that at advantage because it's grapple, right?
Right.
And so this time I got a 17, fucker. So
Yeah.
that I'm
Yeah.
hoping to hit.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll for
So it's
damage.
gonna be 1d8 plus 2 or plus 4, I think. I gotta make sure I'm doing it
What's the least amount of damage you can do?
right. 5.
Yeah, she's down.
Cool.
You come down and just with a swift judo chop right on the side of her neck, and she crumbles. As you let go, and you see a pair of halflings come skittering out over the wall to collect up the woman and drag her away over to this little door and off the field
Okay.
to try to stabilize the woman.
The offhand attack is a bonus action, right?
Yes,
To
that
do
would
that?
eat up your
Okay.
bonus action.
Okay, that's what I'm checking because I want to use my bonus action, but I'll do that next turn.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That, I think, should be it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, seeing themselves surrounded, the goblin is going to cunning action disengage. And is going to
Come to Papa.
He's going to scamper over opposite on the other side of Scrawlneck and the bugbear in order to attack you on the opposite side, Scrawlneck, with advantage.
Come to Papa.
An absolute ass on advantage. Only getting an 11 to hit on advantage, but they are going to try to make a second strike against you. I'm getting a 22 to hit.
Okay. How do they get a second attack if they use their bonus action to cunning disengage?
They have multi-attack.
Oh. All right. Well, here we go. Come on, D8. Reaction.
Okay.
Let's go.
You had to beat a 22. You're 16, so... So 21.
Unfortunately, not enough.
So they are going to drive a short sword into the back of you and sneak attack you. Doing 10 points of piercing damage.
I take 5.
Okay. All right. And our Yuan T snake lady is no more. So that leaves the bugbear looking over at the goblin. Why didn't you keep her safe? I wasn't watching her. I just want to kill. As he gets angrily ready to swing down on you with advantage. Getting a 23 to hit.
Okay, how do I get to use a reaction against that, or
No, because you've already used your reaction on the previous strike.
Yeah, so you get 1 reaction per round.
Right. Yeah. Until your next turn starts. So he's going to go ahead and roll damage on that.
Okay.
So that is 6 slashing damage, reduced to 3.
I take 3.
Okay, and he's going to make his second strike against you. Does a 14 does it?
Nope.
It's advantage, man. All right. He goes to swing the second time, but you're prepared with your axe as you parry it away. And that is it for them. Cedric, you are up.
I can do 1 more turn and then I gotta go.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I'm
You can just
going,
keep playing without me. Keep going.
Okay. I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, 15, 20. Run over to the goblin and say, you know, I'm actually going to go ahead and attempt to grapple him as well.
Okay. My screen shows you... Okay, there it goes. Never mind. It took a sec to readjust. Sorry. And you're going to grapple them?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to grapple them.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll using your... I think it's with your strength modifier to grapple.
Yeah, you can use athletics or
athletics or
acrobatics.
Yeah, so he's going to have an opposed athletics check against you. Or acrobatics.
19.
18, okay. Surprisingly, they are not proficient in acrobatics.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. Got
Let them die.
They match your 19 though. They roll a 17 plus 2, so they match your 19, so we'll roll one more time.
All right.
So roll one more time for me.
A 6.
Okay. They slip out from around your grasp, this small creature ducking out of the way as you attempt to grapple them. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yes, as a bonus action, I'm going to... Let me just check to see how far I can move. Okay. Move my spiritual weapon. I can't move it. But move it 20 feet, so it's just
20, you could get
below
it.
the bugbear.
Yeah, you could get it right.
And then make a attack.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack. Oh!
Nat 20.
Hot.
Go ahead and roll big boy damage. That 100% hits.
Okay, so the die is 3, so 6, 9 damage.
9 damage? Okay. Yeah, they are very bloodied right now, but still ticking.
And I'm done.
Okay. Scrawlneck, you are up. And you might have to cut the combat short and pick up next time here.
No, y'all can finish it up. Finish up the combat. Keep going.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, finish it all up. Okay. All right, here we go.
Which one are you're attacking, the bugbear or are you attacking the goblin?
Bugbear. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
there it is.
Natural 20.
Roll
That's
big
fucking
boy
swell.
damage.
Back to back.
So roll the
Big
die,
damage.
double the dice, and add your damage bonus.
Okay, so I get to roll a d8 plus 5, then a d8 plus 5.
No, you
No,
roll
just
2 d8s plus 5.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't double your bonus. You just double the dice roll.
Um, 19 damage.
Hefty.
18. All right.
Nice.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Kill that bitch.
I'm gonna cut his head off.
Yeah. There we
I'm gonna
go.
slice right through the neck.
Okay. You just want to go for the kill here.
Oh yeah, I'm cutting his head off.
Killing is frowned upon.
Don't care.
It's not illegal.
He's my enemy. He dies.
Okay,
If
so
he dies.
feeling the bloodlust and the cheers of the crowd, you find yourself engulfed in the energy as you come across the neck of this bugbear and with little or no resistance, you watch the head come collapsing off the shoulders, plummeting to the dirt floor.
I'm bathed in his blood.
And you see...
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. You see
Dripping
some of the
all over my
crowd
face.
is hesitant to cheer, and there's a moment of reservation as they see this really traumatic moment. And then even the announcer...
That was awesome!
as the,
Yeah, are you not in
as the crowd goes apeshit.
We
yeah,
fucking
dude.
love it, dude.
And you see coins and bits of random paper confetti come flying out into the ring
That's
as
so
this
good.
head sails off the bugbear's shoulders.
Hell yeah. And then I'm going to turn around and do my offhand swing at the goblin.
All right, go ahead and roll for,
I
roll for
love it. He
damage.
totally caught Stopper off guard. He's like, oh, yeah, you can still do that.
I'm going to spin around and go, you're next.
Fuck it, this is happening. We're doing it live.
Yeah, it's 10. Never mind.
10 to hit? Yeah, unfortunately that does not hit. As they duck out
Okay,
of the
boys.
way, terrified of what just happened.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Yeah, Stopper, just play the,
All right.
He's
um,
got the tail.
all right.
He's got a tail.
It's got a tail.
He's got the tail.
Well, let's see. Scrawlneck, Giorgio, you are up.
Okay.
I will see you boys later.
All
All
right.
right, later,
See you,
Vale.
buddy.
Out and I make some food.
Bye, Val.
Bye-bye.
Nay,
Enjoy the rest of the sesh.
Good way.
Bye-bye.
Good way to end things.
That's
guys
a great. I'm out. Slice's neck, I'm out.
And night.
So I can move 25 to here,
Okay.
which gives me flanking. While I'm moving, before whatever, it doesn't matter. I want to. Well, you know what?
Leave.
I don't need. I was thinking about doing second wind to get some health back, but I probably don't need to. So we have flanking. The bugbear's dead. I'm going to do the same with this goblin. Is attempt to grapple.
Okay.
And so that's going to be. Haha, I got a 1 and a 15, so good thing it's an advantage.
Okay.
The 15 should be a 21. It's an attack, so it should be 21, right? It's a
20. Okay.
yeah, 15 plus 6, so 21.
Yeah, they get an 18 on their acrobatics. So you grapple this small goblin, almost clutching them by the neck, essentially.
Yeah. And then I'll offhand attack.
Okay.
I'll also make with advantage, so that's going to be what I think just 12 plus 2, so 14.
Let me double check. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
And so then damage is going to be 1d8 plus 4. That's an 8 plus 4, so that's 12.
12 damage? Okay.
Yeah.
You pummel
Right in the
into the
mouth.
face of this goblin while you have it essentially between the shoulder blade and the neck with your huge Goliath hand, essentially almost going completely around this goblin's throat. Sorry.
Question.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Question for Balsamic. Would you rather be right next to him or at range?
I don't honestly think it matters either way. Whatever
Okay.
you want to. I mean, you can
'cause-
move him if you want, but
Okay. Yeah. With Crusher, I can drag him 5 feet for free.
you can
So-
keep him there. That's
Okay.
fine.
Then I will do that. That's fine. So just the 12 damage to his face.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Let me see. Is it a reaction? Or is it a bonus action? It is a bonus action, so I've already used that. So we're good. That's it.
Okay. At this point, the goblin, sensing that they have little or no chance of winning this fight, puts up their hands, drops their short sword. I yield! Yield! No more! No more! As the announcer steps back into the ring, shouting for everyone to cease as the crowd screams out. A few of them booing the goblin for not taking it to the bitter end, but they have little or no care. They just don't want to die after watching Scrawlneck decapitate their team.
Well,
We have a winner! In their first appearance in the fighting pits, St. Jude's Warriors are victorious!
As the crowd cheers you all on, the bugbear's body is swiftly collected up on a gurney. There's little or nothing they can do by the time they get to this creature. Essentially just throwing a tarp over the top of the lifeless body. The goblin is drops to the ground, gasping for air, having essentially their nose pushed into their temple by your strike, almost crushing their collarbone with your grapple. And the snake lady, you can see just briefly over here in the oops, I just pulled her off. Have her just off in a cot, tending to her among other variously injured individuals from the previous fights. But based on that fight and, you know, everything, let me see what you guys got in tips thrown out into the pit. Okay. You're able to collect up about, I would say about 27 gold.
Pretty.
And just various coins and tips thrown out into the pits as Mel comes scampering through the crowd and climbs over the hill, kind of falling stupidly on his side, but excited nonetheless as he runs out to you all. That was amazing! That was so amazing! You all are amazing!
When he gets to us, I want to reach out and grab him by his collar.
Okay.
And pick him up if possible and say, now you owe us 50 gold.
Nice. There you go.
Of course, of course! You understand how much money I just made on y'all? As he's waving this ticket in his hand, he looks over at the little halfling that's collecting coins up, and it takes about, I would say, 10-15 minutes for them to collect up the monies and begin distributing to the winners. But Mel comes over to you all. So how much? I think Scrawlneck had 17 gold. Cedric, you bet 17 gold on yourself, correct?
Yeah.
So you can multiply that by 6.
Nice.
That's a fucking good call.
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah, 102.
Right. So you would yourself get 102 for betting 17 on yourself. That's your winnings. Scrawlneck would be the same as 102. So I'll write that down, but somebody remind me to tell him to add 102 to his inventory.
I'll just do it in the chat right now.
Okay. From there, in additional winnings, you get the 50 gold back from Blackjack Mel, and he also provides you all, as part of his winnings, as a show of good faith, an additional 300 gold.
Okay.
Holy shit.
When he hands it to us, I want to ask him how much he won.
It was a good amount. I'll say it was a good day.
Now I'm going to reach out and grab him again and say, give me the number. And then
roll an intimidation check.
Yeah. That's going to be, that was a 7 plus 2, so only a 9, which is a bummer.
Oh, man. Damn it.
I'm just going to look at Georgio and just be like, chill out. Just chill out. I know you're still freaking out about everything. Just chill out. I'm going to look at Mel, brush his shoulder to, kind of get the wrinkles out. Like, I think we're going to go ahead and have a really good business opportunity between us. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Try in Person.
Right. Okay, what's the DC?
13 wisdom.
Okay. You tried that little trick in the bar last time. But I like your style anyway. I can understand what... Don't try to fix what ain't broken, but let me recommend you something. Don't try it again.
I'm gonna say, you got it, and I'm going to attempt to cast Charm Person immediately after.
Yeah.
I'm going to let him roll with advantage for that one.
That's fine.
Okay. God damn it.
Yo, balsamic. Holy shit.
I'm not joking. He rolled a 13 and a 4, and he barely succeeded again.
Oh my god.
You're killing me.
He's like, you're a wise ass, but I like you. I like your style.
That's fucking great.
You're a man after my own heart. And he spots you an extra 75 gold.
Oh!
Oh,
Worth it.
I'm just going to split it so everyone gets an additional.
Yeah, so he gives us he gives us our 50 back, which I think probably should go all to Cedric because he threw in, I think, more than 50 gold, right?
Yeah, you had 50, 300, 75, and then if you had personal bets, which I think only Cedric and
Yeah, I didn't do
Scrawlneck
that,
did.
so-
And then you picked up 27 from various tips thrown out to you.
So another
Okay.
9 for each.
So in total, the 375 gets split 4 ways,
Right.
right? And then 27 added to that in tips. Okay.
Right.
Because I didn't have anything extra as
Right.
far as money come in, and I don't remember how much money I put in the bag, and it was negligible.
It's fine.
So, 375 divided by 4. Plus, you said 27. So 120. Nice. Now I have money. How about
You also have, when we meet up, you also have another 150 coming your way too. I gotta give you each.
Hell yeah.
Bitch, we rich?
Rich, bitch. But yeah, at this point, you celebrate. Blackjack Mel brings over. If you all need additional healing, they can give you general healing. I wouldn't say that they're able to give you significant amounts, but if you all want to, well, at this point you could probably take a short rest as well afterwards if you need it. But you can all roll or add an additional d6 to your hit dice if you want to, and just general first aid that they provide you.
D6 for healing. Got a 6. Let's go, baby.
And then that could be added to any hit dice that you want to spend.
And then short rest. I'll do one of them. Shit, is it D10? There's that.
Can we do short rest for Scrawlneck? I don't think we can we?
You
might be able to.
Yeah, I can. Well, I'll just wait and I'll let him roll it when he gets back. That way, because I don't want to. Yeah, it's just easier to have him roll it when he gets back.
Yeah, we're good.
You're not, at least from what you can tell, you're not in any immediate danger. You're too in the open for anything substantial. But you all collect your winnings. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss with Blackjack Mel? As he's kind of collecting up his ill-gotten gains. You want to call it that?
Yeah. Do we have another fight tonight, or is that's it? That's all we get?
That's the only one for this evening. That's the only one he could scrape you into.
Mm-hmm. Is there someone who looks like they're more in charge that we could talk to?
Well, there's the announcer and his colleague. There's also give me a perception check to see if there's anybody besides the announcer.
23.
23. Okay. With that high roll, you notice a number of different individuals, some of which you saw within the bar, or the various bars that you walked into. One of the individuals spectating was the large orc that you ran into in the bar with Mel. Another was the half-elf individual that you had the run-in with that threw the bottle at you. And standing beside them, you see that same drow individual, and those two are having a conversation, occasionally glancing over at you. And with that high of a roll, you notice that of those three individuals that you kind of clock from the previous places that you have been to in Buckle Down Row, they all have one distinct feature about them, other than their general distinctness as different races. But you see that somewhere on their person, they usually have some sort of a patch, some sort of a like a kind of a like a secondary crest or emblem, if you will. Let me find the one in particular. you see, and you also kind of match this up with one that Blackjack Mel has on his person, just not as flagrantly like on the breast or the shoulder or on the hip or something like that. But you do see it just barely out of his lapel, underneath the collar. You see a similar emblem. His is a kind of looks like a boar's head with the eyes kind of crossed out. The half-elf individual has what looks like a thorned rose with a rapier running through the center of it. The orc man you see has what looks like a very crude looking club crossed with another like kind of mallet like implement, kind of in a cross swords pattern.
Yeah.
But very crude in nature. And then the drow individual, you see a pitch black viper's head, as if directly coming out to strike something from directly ahead, as if facing whomever was standing directly in front of this individual. As if they were to see them, the viper would probably bite them directly in the face.
Okay. Real quick, so the thorned rose is, you said the elf?
The half elf, yeah, kind of the lightly olive skinned half elf. Yes.
And then the boar's head, who has that one?
That was Mel.
Mel has the boar's head. Okay. I want to go to the half elf.
Okay.
And talk to him. And so, like, is he busy, or is he just kind of hanging out? Like, does he look like I would be interrupting anything?
He's kind of having a conversation with the drow individual, which you can see still is wearing a cover over his face and his mouth. You really only see the eyes and a general, like, kind of gentle glances, and bits and trailings of bleach white hair trailing underneath a hood. But you see the piercing eyes and the dark skin complexion of the drow.
He told me his name when we met him, right? I don't have a note of what his name was, but I think he did. I think he was like, I'm whatever. What are you doing, right? If I'm remembering right.
I forget, yeah. I don't know if he did or not. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. We'll leave it up to a dice roll. I don't remember if we did or not.
Intelligence is going to be 10 plus, what's my intelligence, 2, so 12.
12?
Yeah.
It's hard to say if you remember or not. Yeah, you were more intent on just dodging the bottle at first.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember.
Okay, so I'm going to walk up to him and just go to introduce myself.
Okay.
If I can get his attention.
Just one moment. Focus. As you approach this individual, they don't notice you initially as they're kind of engaged in this conversation, but as you grow closer, they sense someone approaching with kind of an uncanny ability once you reach within a certain perimeter of their periphery. And they don't recognize you initially, but they do turn and look at you as you approach, but don't say anything. Do you say anything to them?
Let me say, sorry for the interruption, but I'd like to properly introduce myself and apologize for the interruption of the performance earlier, and just extend my hand to shake his hand. Elf. I'm ignoring the drow and just interacting with the half elf. And so I'm going to extend my hand to shake his hand, and then say, "My name is Georgio."
He reaches out cautiously and takes your hand in a very eccentric way, just a very light handshake. My name is Lament. Christian Lament.
Christian?
Yeah, Christian Lament.
He didn't tell us his name. I would have remembered that. Like me, I would have remembered that if you said it. So, and I'll say, so if you recall from earlier this afternoon, we were looking for Mel. You gave us some directions, which I really appreciate, but I'd sooner kill that man before work with him any further. He was functioning as a sort of sponsor for us here, but I think after our performance tonight, we don't really need someone of his ilk managing us.
He starts to chuckle a little bit. You're certainly not the first who's said that about Blackjack Mel. He does tend to rub people the wrong way. You had quite the performance there. You're quite capable in a fight. You're not one for the arts, but not many are. But you did put on quite a show. Wouldn't you say so? As he turns to the drow, who doesn't say anything, but just nods casually. And then gives another nod as they proceed to leave towards the stairs.
Both of them are leaving.
No. Just
the drow. Okay.
Just the drow. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there something you need from me?
I think you seem to be someone who can enjoy a good show of any kind. And I was wondering if we could maybe work something out together. That way we're not dealing with Mel through all of this. I've heard tell of some higher class fights that I think that we would be much more suited for.
Rumors abound, don't they? So you're interested in the Queen's personal fighting pits, are you?
No shit.
Right.
Well, I'll be frank with you. At this point in time, that's certainly not happening.
Oh.
But there are certainly opportunities for those with capabilities and prowess and a willingness to contribute to the greater good. And as he says that, you can see the word good is not what it means. Very, very much is not what it means. Perhaps if you do something for me, I can certainly help you. In fact,
I am extremely interested in doing what we would need to do to get your assistance.
I'll do anything you ask, please.
You see a gentle curving grin come across his face. Well. Why don't you and your companions join me? I have a little venture that I haven't found a capable group of people to accomplish for me.
I've been tasked with acquiring something. Unfortunately, I simply can't spare the men right now. But if you were to acquire it for me in a timely manner, perhaps I could put in a good word for you and your pursuits. How does that sound to you?
I think that might be a great idea. I'll have to run it by the rest of my team, but I think I can be pretty convincing.
Okay. Well, why don't we go someplace a little more discreet? There's too many rebel rousers and drunkards in this area. Why don't you all follow me back up to the bar? And perhaps we can exchange more details about this little venture of ours.
Okay. I'll nod to him, turn to go back to Scrawlneck and Cedric, and then just bring it up and explain it to them and say, hey, what do you guys think? So.
Now, when you say good, did you get an indication as to what the greater good was?
I'm almost certain it does not mean real good.
You can make an insight check if you want to.
Okay.
Who was that?
If it's me, I've got for insight a 10.
10?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. It could mean the greater good for him. It could mean the greater good of the Queen's men. It could mean the greater good of
Yeah, so that
your
that's
pocket.
my
Yeah,
answer.
it's hard to
My
say
answer
what.
My answer will be he probably didn't mean the greater good of the world, but
Most certainly not.
What good he meant, I couldn't tell you. I don't know exactly where his allegiances lie or who he answers to or anything like that. At least not yet.
Right.
That's what I'll say to Cedric to answer this question.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, anything for cash payout. I mean, I think we need to wait here until we can talk to Tim a little bit. I'm sure he would like to get in on some of this venture.
Yeah. But as far as working with Mr. Lament, if you don't have any issues with it, I think this is a very, well, I wouldn't say easy, but a very reliable way to make a good bit of money that can make us comfortable in the long run and maybe gain us some stature in some of the underbelly of Drakenheim, which probably would afford us a lot of bonuses as far as working with some of these other ventures that we've got in our back pocket. Referencing the lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're good with it, and if Scrawlneck's good with it, then let's meet him up at. He said he was going to go to another place, so let's head up that way and follow him.
You all are going to follow Christian Lament up
Yeah.
to back up to the top side of the bars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and do this little segment, and then we'll probably call it there for the evening, because I don't want to go too far without Vale being here. So
Yeah.
we'll.
Do you want to save this interaction for next time?
It's up to y'all. It's not going to be anything I think super critical. It's up to you. I'll leave the call to you guys.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm not here anyways.
Yeah.
I'm still
Okay.
on the other side of town, so it's up to you too.
We got 2 neutral. It's up to Cedric and Giorgio.
I think that if it's, I mean, is it something that's actually like important? Like
Potentially just the opening to
I think ultimately it will be pretty important, which is the only I would think maybe save it just so that Scrawlneck can be
Okay.
or Vale can be here for it.
yeah,
Even if he's not really interacting much, I think it'd be nice to have him.
yeah,
I don't want to
kind
get
of
too far without him.
agree with that as well.
Okay. All right.
My interaction with Christian was something I walked off to the side to do by myself anyway, so I was okay with that. But as far now that I'm bringing everybody, I would think it's probably be nice to have him here.
Okay. With that being said, we'll say that you all, the three of you, follow Christian back up to the bars, particularly the bar where they were watching the kind of makeshift theater performance. Makeshift being a very generous or a good descriptor. I wouldn't even loosely call it a performance, depending on what your definition of one would be. But while the performance is going on, Christian sits down directly opposite, staring at the stage, but also listening. You can see that they have a very keen grasp of their senses and their general surroundings as they watch, but they're also very clearly keeping strong beat on you all as he orders a couple bottles of wine and has you sit down at the table with them. Adjacent to to Christian is a young woman, probably in her late teens, maybe early 20s. Face covered, but showing very human features. And on the other side of them is a rather dark-skinned tiefling woman. That doesn't say much, but listens, again, with most of their face covered, but listens intently to your conversation. And then also clocking all of you as the conversation goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Well. Shall we get down to business? And we'll go ahead and leave it there.
Fantastic.
But, yeah, you all made a good amount of coin at the fighting pits. Tim had a run-in with some individuals, some ruffians of the city, as well as some other individuals of your recent past. So quite the series of things going on in Drakenheim on all fronts.
Very cool.
Is there any other questions you guys had, or we'll go ahead and close it out there for the evening?
I think that's good.
You could lock it up.
All right.
Lock it up, baby.
That was a good amount of fun, though.
Yeah.
We were due for a little combat. Some actual combat. I don't think we didn't have any combat last session, I don't think.
No.
Not at all.
That was fun.
Yeah, because of the Hooded Lantern stuff, we were able to escape all of it.
Right.
Yep.
Which was very nice.
And we're gibbering mouthers.
Yeah.
God.
What a terrible thing.